Hello everyone, my hot topic presentation is on the mental health battle that student affairs professionals are currently facing. I decided to address this issue due to a tragedy that happened in my life 9 years ago. In April of 2010, my older brother was killed in a motorcycle accident and vanished from our lives way too soon. I was currently a junior in high school, preparing for the state track meet that would happen exactly 1 month later. During this time, I felt frozen, lost, and with no reason to keep training. Luckily, my dad, that was my coach at the time, was the person that talked with me, cried with me, and encouraged me to stay active. Through running, I was able to find a way to cope and deal with the grief. I tell you all of this to say that mental health issues are real and can truly change someone's outlook on life. The history of health assistance in colleges started in 1861 at Amherst College. This program encouraged students to seek exercise and physical fitness to avoid emotional issues. Started in 1910, the first mental health service program was created to address students' emotional needs that were being recorded as affecting student retention. As time went on and colleges were seeing an increase in students coming forward seeking help, the American College Health Association estimated that 10% of a student population would use such services and encouraged institutions to hire at least one full-time counselor per 150 to 200 students needing assistance. This means that institutions with a population between 1,500 and 2,000 students would need one full-time counselor, and a student population between 15,000 and 20,000 students would need 10 full-time counselors. By 1954, 74% of colleges were utilizing mental health services to meet their students' needs. Between 1960 and 2010, institutions saw increases in enrollment due to the GI Bill and the baby boomer generation. During this time, institutions also faced the challenges of the current political and economic environment while students turned to drugs and alcohol to combat their feelings. Also, up until this time, colleges were forced to fund their services through their own budgets. However, institutions started changing this and started charging students fees to assist the increase in staffing needed to operate the mental health services programs. Also, the American College Health Association established standards to ensure that services were uniform across different institutions. And towards the end of the 1970s, mental health assistance programs started reaching faculty members and their families, as well as students' family members. Continuing on towards present day, student affairs professionals are learning how to bring awareness and positive thoughts towards their services. Also, institutions are finding ways to increase funds to provide better staffing and additional resources for their students. Before we go any further, clarification between mental health and mental illness should be addressed. Mental health is referred to as a person's emotional well-being, and everyday life can easily impact how someone feels. Things such as increased workloads or academic rigor can lead to someone feeling stressed, having anxiety attacks, and feeling depressed. This type of mental state can be addressed on campuses in most situations, whereas a mental illness is a diagnosable disorder that is mainly treated by outside help such as therapists and doctors. Given that student affairs professionals refer students with mental illness to outside assistance, the remainder of my discussion will be on the mental health battle that campuses face. This battle is significant because of the challenges and repercussions that can evolve from mental health struggles. First off, students are facing many challenges when entering college. Things such as challenging classes, feelings of homesickness, and social pressures can take a toll on students if they have no plan in place to relieve these stresses. It is important that student affairs professionals discover these students and encourage them to seek help without making them feel ashamed. If left untreated, students can become disengaged from campus and their struggles can lead to suicidal thoughts. Also, institutions may see rises in their student attrition numbers. As stated earlier, various challenges or tragedies can impact a student's outlook on life and can eventually lead to students feeling stressed, depressed, or having sleeping difficulties. Eventually, students will see decreases in academic achievement, physical health, and may leave college altogether. The mental health battle we are seeing as student affairs professionals gives us the responsibility to raise awareness of the mental health support on campus by developing and promoting activities geared towards educating students. We also need to feel comfortable talking with our students, faculty, and staff about mental health and encouraging each other to seek assistance. It should be our goal to turn an uncomfortable situation into a normal one, such as encouraging a friend to see a doctor. We also need to learn the warning signs and different stigmas associated with mental health so that we can talk to a diverse population without offending or coming across in the wrong manner. Lastly, all staff on campus should be trained and feel confident in their knowledge of the referral sources on campus. The institution is feeling pressure to not only assist the students from a holistic view, but is also concerned with the possibility of attrition rates increasing due to mental health struggles. Also, institutions must find the funds and resources to train all faculty and staff to ensure they are comfortable knowing when to help students and when to refer them to an outside professional. Secondly, if students do drop out due to mental health struggles, the institution will face a financial battle of losing tuition and fee dollars, as well as alumni donations in the future. Also, if word is passed around that the institution cannot support their students, a bad reputation can emerge that can last for years to come. Stakeholders of the institution should be concerned for the impact they will see as well. For example, students struggling with mental health issues will most likely become disengaged and not actively serving in the community. Parents, if notified, will feel helpless and may encourage their child to return home. Finally, local businesses will either see a decrease in the supply of graduates or receive graduates that are mentally unprepared for the workforce. Luckily, there are several initiatives that student affairs professionals can develop and critique to meet the needs of their current students. First, we need to make sure we are taking care of ourselves and encouraging our colleagues to seek assistance if needed. Secondly, we should empower our students to feel open and unashamed to come to us with their struggles. And once they trust us, we should be a listening ear for them. It is also important to implement a training program that educates students on what to do and where to refer friends when needed. Also, by working with academic affairs, we could create an online course that teaches students ways to combat stress and encourages them to live an active lifestyle. Lastly, we can develop a program that addresses the basic needs of our student population. For example, if we know students are struggling with hunger, transportation, or family matters, raising money to meet these needs can greatly impact their academic life by relieving at least one stressor at home. This in return can allow students to focus on their studies without having to worry as much at home. Although these challenges can be difficult to overcome, it is the duty of student affairs professionals to bring awareness to the services we offer, combat the negative stigma surrounding mental health, and work to serve our current student population. Thank you.